Hi everyone, Becky here. Yeah, so we're back to the HSK 729 textbook. However, something funny happened just now. Yeah, I'm going to use Chinese and see if you can understand it. 刚才我点外卖，我经常使用美团这个 APP 点外卖。我点的就是盖饭，我点的是盖饭。但是外卖员敲门送外卖的时候，我发现，哦，这不是我点的。我只是跟他说我不是王先生，我不是王先生，他就是送错了。耶，王先生吃我的午饭，我吃王先生的午饭。我吃的是什么？就有好运。我觉得好在他点的我可以吃，他点的有凉皮儿，也点的是肉夹馍，这是西安特色菜，对吗？所以中午我吃的就是凉皮儿和肉夹馍。但是好像王先生喜欢吃很酸的味道，哎呦，所以现在我的口还是有这种感觉，就吃了很多生蒜。也王先生，我吃了你的午饭。哦，不好意思。Yeah, I had Mr. Wong's lunch today, and Mr. Wong had my lunch today. I hope he liked my lunch. I had yeah，我点的就是盖饭，应该是有鱼丸子和鸡柳，鱼丸子鸡柳盖饭。我认为很健康，所以我点那个。But Mr. Wang's lunch was very garlicky. Oh, my mouth still tastes like very garlic. Garlic. At least it wasn't spicy. Yeah, no, I mean, Mr. Wang. All right. Yeah. So that was a bit of an amusing, I don't know, interlude to my day. All right, we'll get back to our studying. Yeah, at least, yeah, I feel like Mr. Wong and I were kind of, a bit forgiving when it came to the, um, he sent the wrong meals to the wrong address. Sorry, I gave your meal to someone else. And it's like, all right. Yeah, it was in the same ballpark in terms of price. All right, let's get more serious and do some study. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I have another chair, but the other chair can't handle me sitting on it for a very long time. Anyway, 群体性孤独，网络社交正在扼杀深度关系。So I think every time I do the video, I should read it aloud. It just need lots of practice to improve fluency. So what we're talking about social media and how it negatively influences deep interactions, deep social interactions with people. All right. 前阵子微信悄悄上线了一项新功能，朋友圈可设置为仅1个月可见。这个没写进版本介绍的新功能已经推出上了热搜。3天太短，半年太长，1个月刚刚好。不用设，1天我也不想看。在越来越多人逃离朋友圈的当下，这项功能给了我们一个明确的提示：如何理解微信，如何解读虚拟社交。朋友圈里的群体性孤独。 前段时间，腾讯发布的2019年第一季度业绩报告显示，微信月活跃用户已突破11亿。与此形成对比的是，另一组数据，2019年初，微信支付的张小龙说，每天有7.5亿人使用微信朋友圈，不过其中有超过1亿人设置了朋友圈3天可见。当代人的社交困境由此可见一斑。朋友圈成为社交必需品的同时，又让人感到不堪重负，甚至，不是甚至，至于朋友圈3天可见、1个月可见、半年可见，乃至屏蔽朋友圈等功能，说白了，都是为了满足人们的社交心理，想保持一种不冷不热的礼貌，表面配合演出，内心毫无波澜。麻省理工学院社会学教授学历特克尔就曾发出这样的疑问：为什么科技愈加便利，彼此交往却愈加疏远？在对人与信息，呃，在对人与信息技术的关系进行了长达15年的系统研究后，他写出《群体性孤独》一书，挖掘了互联网时代群体孤独的根源。赫克尔教授认为，互联网在改变我们的思维生活的同时，也重构了以往的人际关系。不好意思，I'm in the way。在网上，我们可以找到很多有共同兴趣的陌生人，建立线上的虚拟小圈子，甚至可以把自己伪装成想成为的任何人。但特克尔教授认为，这种快餐式的虚拟关系，说到底是把每个人简化成实用的客体，美好，还美好和有趣的一面被放大，而真实的缺点却被隐匿了。在群体性孤独里，特克尔教授还总结了虚拟社交制造出的3大错觉。一是觉得我们可以把精力分配到任何自己想关注的领域；二是幻想总有人倾听我们；三是以为我们永远不孤独。因为讨厌被真实关系束缚，很多人选择在社交平台上表达自我、分享隐私，来排解孤独，希望获得陌生人的关注和认同。但其到的效果可能恰恰相反。比起收获的善意，他人绝白的恶意更让人难以接受。哪怕是在朋友圈这种 半生不熟的社交环境里，一言不合就拉黑的情况也不在少数。上网原本是为躲避孤独、寻求温暖，反而无端受到伤害。可见这种我分享故我在的做法，不仅会让虚拟社交变成自我表演，还会让我们以新的方式暴露脆弱。虚拟社交正在扼杀深度关系。如今我们已经进入了网络社交时代，永远在线，时刻沟通。微信俨然成了多数人的生活日常。赫克尔教授却指出，在互联网快节奏的流量中，大量持续的沟通剥夺了我们原本用于独立思考的时间，也大大降低了我们对回复质量的期待。比起质量，人们更在乎回复的速度。秒回成了微信社交的第一美德，而其中的敷衍却被有意无意的忽略了。虚拟社交扼杀深度关系的建立，已成为心照不宣的事实。如果你还把一个人的朋友圈与他全部的真实生活划等号，那只能说明身处互联网时代的你还不够成熟。明确朋友圈的真相，有助于我们合理分配社交能量，把时间和精力留给更重要的现实关系，尤其是留给自己。意识到虚拟社交关系白白消耗掉大量的时间和精力，在享受网络社交带来的便利性的同时，又更要时刻保持警惕，守护内心的那一份纯粹，那一份真诚。Yeah, you see this double duh. When you're a student, you get told not to use double duh. You always delete all but the last one. But then you get to a more advanced level, and then you realize, oh, okay, that was just the first approximation to that rule. Yeah, after a while, you get to the point where you kind of realize, oh, sometimes I do have to use the double duh. And yeah, so if you got rid of this 带来便利性的同时 actually you could get rid of this one, couldn't you? 在享受互联网社交带来的便利性的同时 I don't know, it kind of feels better with the double duh. You're not really breaking rules. All right, in the last video we did grammar. We got a bit of vocabulary. All right, let us do some vocabulary. All right. 扼杀 refers to inhibiting or stifling that sort of thing. 扼杀深度关系 so you're stifling deep relationships. 扼杀个性扼杀潜力扼杀希望 stifling individuality, potential, or hope. 网络社交正在扼杀深度关系。狭隘的人 Can you have 狭隘的人 狭隘 you can talk about someone's narrow thoughts. They don't have a very broad field of vision, or they don't think of multiple facets. but 狭隘的不狭隘的人 a person can they be? I think that's the only plausible interpretation. 狭隘 can describe physical things. 狭隘 like a narrow mountain pass, you know, like in Lord of the Rings or something like this. Like if you step one step out to the side, fall down the mountain. 狭隘的人总是想扼杀别人的个性。OK， 软弱的人随意改变自己的个性，坚强的人自然袒露真实的个性。All right, first of all, yeah, 狭隘的人. So here it's sort of a little bit narrow-minded, but it's almost like they're a small person. Yeah, maybe in this specific phrase you can say it. Yeah. 狭隘 Yeah, 思想心胸不宽敞 describes a person. Yeah, 狭隘的看法 makes sense. Here, 心胸 心胸 sorry, 心胸 got my tones wrong. 心胸 literally is heart bosom, but it refers to your inner world kind of thing. Yeah, I wouldn't be so keen on copying 狭隘的人. You can kind of get away with things when you're a native speaker, but if you're not a native speaker, yeah, you might get called up on this. Called out. I'm a native English speaker, so I won't get called out on that. When you're a native speaker, they're allowed to do that. 狭隘的人总是想扼杀别人的性格. Yeah, so I think 狭隘思想的人 or 狭隘 yeah, I don't know, maybe it's okay. Anyway, we want to stifle their personality. We want to kind of quash their personality. Yeah, maybe see a lot of people find it very offensive, just the existence of someone with a different personality to you. Like it's like, oh, you do things differently to me, therefore you're wrong. That kind of thing. Yeah, that's what people are like. The second kind were not as problematic, but 软弱的人, so these are people who are weak. 软弱的人随意改变自己的性格. So they're weak in terms of character, not physically weak. Weak in terms of character. And they're just constantly like changing their own personality, right? Maybe it's like, oh, that person wants me to do X, therefore I'll do X kind of thing. So they're weak of character. And 坚强的人自然袒露真实的个性. Okay, 袒露 I'm not so sure about. 袒 this 袒 is 坦白的坦, is it? No, 坦白的坦 is this one. 袒露 expose. 袒露真实的性格 exposes their true personality. 袒露 let's look into 袒 while we're here. Words 偏袒 I've seen that one partial towards 袒护 yeah, it's a pretty rare character, isn't it? So 袒露 expose. So exposing in the sense of exposing part of your character in this sense, or your personality. You're exposing your genuine personality in the sense that you feel secure in your personality. This is me. This is the real me. If you don't like it, I accept that. The reality is there's like billions of people in the world, and I'm sure if I had a list of everyone in the world and whether or not they like me, I feel like a fair chunk of them would not like me. That's why I like YouTube. It's like the people who don't like me, why are you watching my videos? You're not. You're going to just go do something else, right? Do you remember that Simpsons episode where it was Lisa Simpson playing in a band and the whole audience decided to boo. And Lisa's like, why did they come to our concert just to boo us? Yeah, that's how I feel on YouTube. It's like if people leave weird remarks or insults and things, I'm like, did you just come to YouTube to just insult people? What? Like if you don't want to watch my video, don't watch it. Go watch another one. So yeah, I'd like to believe I'm secure enough to show my real self, but at the same time, yeah, you've got to maintain some sensible boundaries. Anyway, we're stifling. So here we're stifling other people's personalities. 如果我们一味否定学生的兴趣，认为他们是不务正业。Okay, I have to get back to that. 那么很可能会扼杀他们的创造力。All right, so we're stifling their 创造力 creativity. Yeah, which is very important. I find that like a lot of teachers, they kind of give you feedback, and that feedback can be kind of more demotivating. And it's like they worry about such tiny little things, and sort of major things end up getting destroyed. Penny wise, pound foolish, right? Okay, so if so 一味 I think refers to something like continuous or almost like intrinsic to something. 一味否定学生的兴趣. So 一味, maybe it's like without exception. I'm not sure. How would you explain this? 一味, blindly, stubbornly, invariably. Okay, invariably. We're constantly saying you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Yeah, it's a problem. In this case, we're negating their interest. Yeah, that's one thing. If students are interested in like playing guitar and you just try to ruin it, yeah, you don't want to discourage them, but at the same time, they do need realistic expectations for guitar playing and Chinese learning. 认为他们是不务正业. 不务正业. What do you reckon that means? Look at that. 4 fourth tones. 不务正业. 不务正业. It's not often you get a 4 fourth toner. Not engaged in honest work. Ignore one's proper occupation. All right. So the 务 here is to engage in one's duties. So 正业 is a proper occupation. So 不不同, maybe, I don't know. 不务正业. So okay. So if they're a student, yeah, that's an issue. Like when you're a student, especially if you have to follow some certain course, like going to university or something like this. Otherwise, other people will find it very hard to understand, like as if studying outside of doing a university course is meaningless or something like this. Yeah, for people who want to learn more than they teach at university and things, then of course you keep studying. All right. Anyway, next one is 不堪. 不堪. 不堪 is unbearably or something like this, right? It's just exaggerating something. Okay, it seems the textbook wants to use it before these things as a kind of suffix or suffix-like entity. Yeah, usually I see it in 疲惫不堪, 疲惫不堪, unbearably tired, that sort of thing, or unbearably exhausted. But 不堪重负, 不堪回首, 不堪一击, 一击, 回首, 不堪回首. So 手 can refer to your head. So 不堪回首. Here it's referring to turning back. I don't think it's referring to turning your head around literally. It sounds more like you're reflecting on the past. And 不堪一击, this means you cannot withstand a single blow. Maybe you're that frail, etc. 朋友圈成为社交必需品的同时，又让人感到不堪重负. Okay, so this is not unbearably then. 不堪 here is unable to put up with. Something like that. Maybe there's a second meaning. A second hidden mysterious meaning. 不堪不堪. Yeah, this is the one I'm used to. This kind of thing. Okay, 用这个 so 程度深. So that's the one I'm used to, right? 程度深, this kind of unbearably X. Okay, so 不堪, if you put it before a two-syllable verb phrase, then it looks like it's this. 忍受不了, unable to bear, rather than unbearably. Okay. 不堪虐待. 虐待 is abuse / no, just abuse in the sense of 动物虐待, 儿童虐待, like animal abuse or child abuse. 不堪虐待. Yeah, so this is you cannot stand the abuse. 穷困不堪. Yeah, so this is 穷困, you're destitute, you're in the sense of you're poor and thereby in a kind of predicament. And you put 不堪 afterwards to emphasize it. Pons, is that construction? Okay. 不堪其苦. Oh, so this is a noun phrase, right? It's bitterness. You cannot bear the bitterness. Yeah. 不堪收拾的局面. Okay, 不堪收拾. No, this is unable to do something. There's this 不可不能. All right. There's a third one. There is another. 他这个人太不堪了. Oh, you can use it that way as well. All right. 疲惫不堪. That's what I usually see. 疲惫不堪, utter exhaustion. That I would say is the most common usage. This specific 4-character phrase, I would say, is the most common usage for 不堪. 穿得破烂不堪. Okay. 破烂. I don't know, rags? What are they? Shreds? Completely worn out? 拥挤不堪的住房, 拥挤不堪. Yeah, so it just exemplifies the 2-character adjective you put before it. Okay. If you put a 2-character verb phrase after it, you cannot withstand whatever this is. So 重负 is a heavy burden. All right, like Jar Jar Binks from episode 2, if I remember correctly. All right. So the second one, I'm not entirely sure, but 回首. So I cannot bear to look back or maybe think back to what happened. I'm guessing that's what it means. I'm not 100% sure. 青春时光拥有难以忘怀的经历，也有不堪回首的往事. Yeah, it is what I thought. 回首. 回 to return, 首 is your head. But often turning your head around refers to looking back and looking back at the past, figuratively. Okay, 不堪回首的往事. 往事 is past events. 没想到他那么坚强的人，遇到感情问题，竟然也不堪一击. All right, so this person, apparently they're very strong, but if you ask them about their emotions, they cannot stand a single attack. All right. Yeah. Okay. So 不堪一击, so even the slightest thing. So there's more to this than I have studied. 挖掘 used for excavating physical things like minerals, iron ore, whatever, out of the ground, but also used figuratively to your sort of excavating information from an article or something like this. 挖掘根源，挖掘潜力，挖掘潜能，挖掘主题，挖掘宝藏。See, Baltang is a treasure chest, but a treasure chest could be figurative or literal, right? There could be a literal treasure chest buried underground and you dig it out, but it could be a figurative treasure chest, like a treasure chest in your mind that you need to bring out. 在对人与信息技术的关系进行了长达15年的关系研究后，他写出群体性孤独一书，挖掘了互联网时代群体孤独的根源。所以挖掘了根源。Yeah, when used like this, it's more like found or, I don't know, brought to light. Something like this, right? It was originally underground and you brought it out and it's like, yeah, here you go. Yeah. It also kind of emphasizes you've put a lot of effort into it, right? Because you're not just like, oh, here it is. It's, oh, I got to dig and it's hard work, right? 教师应该善于挖掘孩子的潜能，培养他们多方面的能力。Yeah, so 潜力 is potential, 潜能 kind of the same thing, right? 潜能 potential skills, maybe. No, I don't know. 潜能 is maybe what a person does. No, I don't know. So 潜力 can be used as an adjective, like to describe something that hasn't been realized yet, like a potential outcome. You would use 潜力, whereas 潜能 would be a person who has yet to put their skills to practice, or I don't know, maybe they are yet to learn firebending or something like this. Yes, I have been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Why do you ask? 作家应该善于从生活中挖掘主题。OK，这样才能创造出现实主义的优秀作品。OK，现实主义 realism，优秀作品。So outstanding 作品 usually refers to written works. 作家 so we're talking about authors. Authors, yeah, so they need to be adept at 挖掘主题。主题 is like a theme. So yeah, one of my friends is a comedian actually, and they're kind of good at this. Maybe it's their job. They're good at just observing things happening in real life, and yeah, just kind of turning it into a joke. Like, I don't know, it's just the minutia of life, and suddenly, oh, okay, giggles. We've got some giggles going. Yeah. So for an author, though, you're not turning it into giggles. Like you're turning like the happenings of real life and turning that into a theme in your writing, I guess. Yeah. 错觉, it's kind of self-explanatory. 错觉, a mistaken understanding, apprehension. 产生错觉, 出现错觉, 时空错觉, 色彩错觉. Okay, first of all, 时空, like time and space. 错觉? What? A space-time misconception? I don't know. 色彩. So this is like a color mirage or something like this. I don't know. Anyway, 在群体性孤独里，赫克尔教授还总结了虚拟社交制造出的3大错觉。Yes, it's like 3 big things, 3 major things that people misunderstand in this case. 广告中一些故意误导消费者的说法，会让消费者产生错觉。All right. So this is criticizing misleading advertising, right? So it's deliberately, 故意. So it's really harsh. We're really harshly criticizing sort of misleading advertising. 误导, we're misleading the consumers. And yeah, 消费者产生错觉. So it causes them to have misconceptions of the product. 在恶劣的环境条件下，人极容易出现错觉。So 恶劣 is unfavorable conditions, or environmental conditions. So it's unclear precisely what this means, but it may be like, I don't know, your parents are fighting, and therefore, you're not thriving in those conditions. 人极容易出现错觉 misunderstand 人极容易 what is it 人极 I've never seen this precise phrasing before 人极 is not a word, right? No, it can't be, but it's 极端的极容易 Yeah, so the 极 here is extremely 人极容易 People are extremely easy to misunderstand things, some kind of misconception. Yeah, there was an interesting video on YouTube. I forget what it was. I watched it a while ago, where there was a police officer saying he was interviewing someone, and they seemed really, really nervous. And yeah, so under those kind of conditions, yeah, they were really, really nervous. It turns out they didn't do anything wrong. They parked their car somewhere, and they were worried about getting a ticket. And so, yeah, they were stuck in the police station being interviewed by the police. And the police officer was thinking, oh, that's a bit suspicious, isn't it? What's going on here then, eh? Turns out they just parked their car and they were worried about getting a ticket. So they were very nervous about the ticket. Yeah. So that's a 错觉, right? So you might think they're like suspicious of a crime, but it's a 错觉. They're worried about getting a parking ticket. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good example, isn't it? 错觉. All right. 排解. Yeah, 排解. This one kind of is new for me. 排解孤独, 排解压力, 自我排解. An interesting handwriting. Can you see that? Not sure if I can show you. The is a little bit different, right? It looks a little bit strange. Not that I notice these things. So 排解, hey? So what does 排解 mean? Like dispel, maybe? Dispel 孤独压力自我排解. What do you reckon it will be translated to? 排解. Mediate, reconcile, divert oneself, assuage. Assuage. I don't use the word assuage often enough. 排解纠纷, 排解愁闷, 排解邻里纠纷, 排解心里的郁闷, 排解体内毒素. Presumably 毒素. Oh no, is it like literal? Yeah, this is literal, right? 毒素 is some kind of poison or venom, yeah, in your body. So you're, I don't know, assuaging. You're kind of dispelling or removing the venom from your body. All right. Anyway, 因为讨厌被真实关系束缚，很多人选择在社交平台上表达自我。分享隐私来排解孤独，希望 获得陌生人的关注和认同。Yeah, well, for me, I'm putting things online somewhat because I feel like I like people to be able to opt in. Like, if people don't care about what I have to say, I want, or what I've done, it's like, yeah, I'm on a beach. It's like, I don't care. Yeah, I want them to be able to just do something else. But if you're meeting up with people in person and it's like, yeah, go to the beach, I don't want to go to the beach. This sort of thing, it's kind of, complicated. I'm certainly not doing it for 认同 or whatever they said. Yeah. 生活中人人都会有很多的不如意，如何排解压力对心理健康至关重要。All right, so 不如意, I've never seen it used like this, but 如意 is comparable to what you would want. Like it's like what you want. So yeah, 如意, 万事如意. People often say 万事如意, right? Well, it's a kind of greeting for, or you'll see it on walls, and if you have the 发财猫, it might say 万事如意 on the 发财猫. Yeah, so 不如意, so it's like not ideal. 不如意. So seeing it used as a noun is a bit weird for me. Is it a noun? 不如意. It is a noun. It's functioning as a noun, right? It's got a 的不如意, the non-idealness. Usually when I want a noun, I use 理想 or 不理想. Yeah. So 如意. I mean, noun. Oh, yeah, no, this is completely different. 如意. It's an artifact here. Okay, one second. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, this one. It's a kind of ancient artifact. Also the same characters, right? 如意. This is 如意, but not relevant. not particularly relevant in this context. It is noteworthy. I mean, I'm going to say it's not this usage. Okay, so 符合心愿. So it is a verb. So, okay, we're put here. 如意, 不如意. So we can negate verbs using 不. Can we use verbs as nouns? We kind of can. Yeah, 人人都会有很多不如意. Maybe it's an abbreviation. 有很多不如意的事情. Yeah, maybe that's a better way to understand it. 不如意的事情. Verbs can function somewhat adjective-like. All right, anyway. 在生活中遇到困忧，要学会自我排解 self-assuasion. Self-assuasion. What am I supposed to do with this? 排解. How important is it? Because I don't recall it coming up very often. I think I'm going to say it's not especially important. 排解压力. So it's kind of finding a way to dispel or get rid of the stress. And what was the other one? 排解. Where is 排解? 排解 here. 排解孤独. Yeah, you're kind of getting rid of the loneliness. All right. All right, one sec. Okay. 剥夺was deprive, right? 剥夺时间, 剥夺权利, 剥夺成果. 剥夺权利 is what I would normally associate with. You deprive someone of their rights unfairly. It's quite a negative word. 剥夺时间, 剥夺成果. 剥夺时间, deprive someone of time? What could that possibly mean? Did they use it here? Maybe. 在互联网快节奏的流量中，大量 持续的沟通剥夺了我们原本用于独立思考的时间。All right, so it's more like the opportunity here, right? It deprives us of the time to think independently because we're on social media. We want instant answers kind of thing. I don't think that's a very strong collocation. It just happens to be in this sentence. 也大大什么？也大大降低了我们对回复质量的期待。哦，so 剥夺，人生其实就是由大大小小的选择组成的，没有人能干涉和剥夺你自由选择的权利。Yeah, so we're depriving 剥夺 of 权利, depriving someone of their rights. We're saying 没有人能干涉 to interfere or intervene, even like meddle in maybe. 干涉和剥夺你剥夺你自由选择的权利 your right to free decision making. All right. You get the idea. You're being deprived of it, or well, actually, we're saying no one has the right, has the ability to deprive you of your free decision-making rights. 公民的财产权受到宪法保护，没有人能随意剥夺他人的劳动成果。Deprive someone of the fruits of their labor. Yeah. Yeah, so when you see 权 like this, it's used as a suffix. 财产权, so it's property rights. Or, yeah, property rights or ownership rights. Yeah, you see this kind of stuff, XX 权 or X 权, 版权. 版权 is copyright. Currently, there's a new concept called 肖像权, which is personality rights. And yeah, so China has a new law regarding personality rights. I'm not a lawyer, so yeah, don't ask me about Chinese law. But to the best of my knowledge, and this is not legal advice, you can't just walk around and take pictures of people willy-nilly. Yeah, you have legal rights. How that pans out in practice is, yeah, a little bit different. Anyway, 财产权受到宪法保护。宪法 is the constitution. Yeah, sometimes I look at the Chinese constitution. China has a constitution. I don't know, maybe I should actually read it at some point. But I never read the Australian one. I know there's some things in the constitution, things like mentioning Taiwan. What else is in there that's a little bit surprising? Like, so you wouldn't get Taiwan mentioned in any other country's constitution, right? So you get, you know what I mean, right? There's the kind of obvious things like, I don't know, you have the right to life and that sort of thing. That's in every constitution. But yeah, I'm probably more interested in the things that are not obvious. Yeah. 不冷不热，指温度不高不低，冷热适中。也比喻对人态度一般。So it's not cold, not hot, right? So 热 it would be like 热情, enthusiastic, or warm-hearted, maybe 热心。Yeah, 温度. Oh, actually, 不冷不热. Actually, it can also describe physical things as well, temperature. Yeah, 不冷也不热. So maybe if you're going in a swimming pool, you might go 不冷也不热. Actually, that's a good idea. It's really good time for going swimming here. There's a beach about 15 minutes that way. 10 minutes, 15 minutes that way. Yeah, I went to the beach the other day and jumped in the water, as did like almost the entirety of China. It was really crowded. Yeah, I went in the deeper part. I'm a bit taller, I guess, so I went in a deeper part, and most people left me alone. 不冷也不热, or 不冷不热. 不冷不热. But it looks like it can also describe someone's enthusiasm, such as towards another person. All right. Yeah. 比喻对人态度一般. Yeah, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, if someone you just met is exceptionally enthusiastic, you kind of get suspicious. It's like, yeah, all right, what's the scam? you know it's fake. So this is okay. But yeah, in the example we're talking about social media, it's like we're not cold, but we're indifferent, but we're also not caring about anything. Yeah, lukewarm. In English, you say lukewarm. It's a lukewarm relationship or introduction. It's like, yeah. I remember when I was doing my PhD, my supervisor mentioned getting lukewarm reviews on your research papers. So you spend months, if not years, preparing research papers. You submit them for publication, and okay, sometimes you'll get the ridiculously enthusiastic reviewers, and it's like, yeah. Sometimes you get the ridiculously negative reviewers, and it's like, oh. But with the ridiculously negative reviewers, you can kind of argue against them that they're a little bit biased or something like this. But it's the lukewarm ones that are the real problem, because they seem like they're very objective. It's kind of like, yeah, I know what you wrote. I understand. It's kind of, yeah, all right. It's a paper. Not that exciting. And those papers, those reviews are the real killers, right? Yeah. You can argue against the really negative ones, but if it's like, yeah, I understand, just just a paper, it's a bit incremental. All right, 不冷不热. 句语, do you know 句语? 句语 is a very useful conjunction. It's very useful for when you want to change the subject onto something else. 句语, it's kind of like as for. 句语, so we're changing the topic onto this. 句语朋友圈3天可见1个月可见半年可见乃至屏蔽朋友圈等功能. So 句语, we're changing the topic onto this 功能, right? Yeah. 乃至, here it's just a fancy and, right? I don't think there's anything else to say. 乃至. Oh, and even. Yeah, it is just a fancy and. Yeah. Yeah, 句语 is useful for when you want to change the topic, or say you're talking about something you don't have a good segue into the topic you really should be talking about. So you go 句语 as for blah blah. Yeah. 说白了，都是为了满足人们的社交心理，想保持一种不冷不热的礼貌. Yeah, so you're maintaining politeness, but not like ridiculously over polite. It's like, you must drop everything you're doing and come to my attention. And it's not, it's not, how are you? Don't, smiley face. Oh, that's good, smiley face. 他对人就是这样不急不离. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but presumably it's like you're not immediately abandoning people. 不冷不热，让人捉摸不袖. All right. All right. 不急不离. 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 I don't know what this means. 不急不离. I don't know. 急 can refer to things that are immediate. 不急不离. 不急不离，不急不离 keep someone at arm's length. Okay. This is 既不靠近，也不远离。不急不离，多形容处理人际关系时，保持既不十分亲近，也不过于疏远的状态。So is this a positive word or a negative word? 急不度，急不读，yeah, it's 急 second tone. 也不要误写作记。Yeah, this character and this character are not the same character. 保持不急不离的关系。So a neutral, respectful but distanced relationship. Neither too familiar nor distant. All right, that's a new one for me. 不急不离，不急不离，不冷不热，让人捉摸不休。捉摸不休。I don't know what this is. Probably it's the same thing. 捉摸不休。哦，捉摸不休。捉摸不透。Oh, it's not 秀, it's 透。Oh no, that's terrible. 捉摸不透，捉摸不透。哦。Okay, first of all, sorry. I'm just going to make a little note. Oh, I do know this. There's two characters, they look a little similar. I got it wrong. Sorry. Oh, as in 透明度, transparency. 优 as in 优秀, outstanding. Outstanding achievements in the field of excellence. Okay. Them's the characters in it. 捉摸不秀, 捉摸不透, 捉摸不透, 捉摸不透。让人捉摸不透。No, I'm going to have to ask for assistance on this one, I'm afraid. Let's get some assistance. So can you give me a hand with boom boom boom? 但他却对我不冷不sorry, wrong one. 让人捕捉的捉摸不透，摸不透。Mishearing on. Hang on. It's teaching me English. Oh, all right. No. No. I mean, I'd like a hand with the Chinese, please. It's funny sometimes because it doesn't remember. Like that's one of the benefits / disadvantages of DeepSeek is that it doesn't remember my history. Yeah, if I want something to remember my history, I'd use ChatGPT or Gemini. Yeah, the problem is that Gemini, if I have a conversation with it, and same with ChatGPT, it'll bring up something I mentioned like 6 months ago. I'll be like, whoa. Oh yeah, that's right. I did something 6 months ago. Why are you bringing this up? Yeah. So it looks like the AI thought I was learning English, not Chinese. Where you find it unfathomable. 捉摸不透，捉摸不透. So 捉摸 is a word. 捉摸不透. Okay, 捉摸不透，不透明. All right. No. Okay. Stop teaching me English, please. I'm a native English speaker. I'm cool. I'm studying Chinese, and my textbook has the example sentence. I'll give the whole thing, I guess. 他对人就是这样不急不离，不急不离，不冷不热，然后让人捉摸不透，捉摸不透。I don't understand. I can't fathom the last part. Yeah. Went down the wrong rabbit hole. All right. 捉摸不透，捉摸不透。Make people not able to figure him out. Okay, so it's kind of like grasp, like understand. Okay, so this person here, people want to kind of understand his motives, goals, or what he's saying, unclear precisely. But the way he treats people is like this. It's kind of not distanced, but not intimate, right? A kind of intermediary, like semi-distanced stance or attitude or way of interacting with people. And therefore, people don't know what to think. 捉摸不透，捉摸不透，捉摸不透。Yeah. Can't figure him out. Is that good or bad? I don't know. If you're like a used car salesman or something, impossible to know what he's really thinking. It's like, I feel like you can kind of criticize people, like even for not doing anything wrong, right? It's like he's maintaining a perfectly reasonable, sensible, logical, healthy distance, maintaining healthy boundaries, yet somehow he's doing something wrong. Okay, we can't figure him out because he's maintaining this healthy boundary. I don't know. 由于我人缘不错，身边的人都对我很热情，但他却对我 What? Oh, sorry. This ta is just some other person. 他却对我不冷不热。Okay, so because I am so successful in life, the people around me are very warm towards me. However, he is instead rather, 不冷不热, lukewarm towards me. Yeah. All right. 恰恰相反, precisely the opposite. 恰恰相反, 刚好相反。很多人选择在社交平台上表达自我，分享隐私，来排解孤独，希望获得陌生人的关注和认同，但起到了效果可能恰恰相反。So they want to do this. The result, what the result that is achieved can be precisely the opposite. 我根本不想和你争吵，恰恰相反，我想与你和好如初。和好如初。和好 is to reconcile. 和好如初 and go back to what it was originally like, I guess. 和好如初。和好如初。All right, this is new for me, but it's kind of inferable from the characters. 我本以为对这 次比赛感兴趣的同学聊聊 is it 聊 second tone or 聊 fourth tone? I don't remember. I'll go second tone temporarily. 寥寥无几。但事实恰恰相反，很多人踊跃报名。Okay. 寥寥无几 second tone, right? 寥寥无几. Come on, tell me I'm right. Second tone! It's second tone, 10 points for Gryffindor. All right. All right. So, 我本以为对这次比赛感兴趣的同学寥寥无几，寥寥无几。So, I originally falsely believed that the 同学 students or my classmates that would be interested in this 比赛 competition will be just a few, maybe a handful, like 2 or 3. But 事实 reality was the precise opposite. 很多人 many people 踊跃 is kind of like pounce. Yeah, here it's not really interpreted literally. It's emphasizing the zeal in which they 报名, they enrolled in this competition. Yeah, I remember one time, so in Australia, they have these AMSI summer schools where you take mathematics courses. You know, so when I did university, like there's a huge chunk of time when you're not at university, right? So what do? You go to another university and take a summer course. That's what I did. And yeah, they just pay me to do this. No, not pay me, but they would cover the flights, accommodation, and whatever. And yeah, and I'm just like, oh, you're going to literally pay for my education? I'm not going to say no to that. I like studying, as you can tell. Yeah, I'm sort of willing to pay for it myself too, you know. But if you're going to do it for me, I'm going to study. Yeah, at one of these summer schools one year, they had a Dr. Seuss musical. Now, I was hanging out with all these mathematicians. Now, these are all like, you know, they're maybe not the most social butterflies around. And I certainly would consider myself part of that. Like, I'm not the biggest social butterfly around. So when I thought, when I said, there's a Dr. Seuss musical, yeah, so at that university, there was like a student theatre group putting on a Dr. Seuss themed musical. It was actually really good, actually. A person's a person, no matter how small. Anyway, let's get back. Well, sorry, what am I meant to say at this point? I make notes. 言归正传. Back to the original topic. Rabbit hole and rabbit hole. I thought there would be 寥寥无几. I didn't think any of them would be interested. Turns out they were all interested. I casually mentioned it to them over lunch that I'm going to this Dr. Seuss musical, and I guess they Googled it and just all turned up. I'm like, oh, right. So our entire maths group attended this Dr. Seuss student musical. They 踊跃报名 or 踊跃参与，或观看，应该说观看，踊跃观看。一言不合 yeah, this is a minimal amount of disagreement, right? 一句话说的不投机投机 is a little bit different. 投机 is more like congenial rather than disagreement. Let's check it up. We have one dictionary. What about second dictionary? 一言不合. Single jarring note. Yeah, 投机 is a bit better. 一言不合 合 is like 合乎的合 right? 不合 maybe like it's compatible. So 一言不合 So one I don't know, one language, one word, one spoken entity, whatever. 不合, not compatible. Yeah. So we're interpreting this non-literally as 投机, rather congenial, right? So we have a moment of, I don't know, not particularly compatible. Yeah. It's not like constant disagreeing. It's just like, oh, we disagree on this. Yeah. I try my best to meet people whose opinions I disagree with to some extent. I usually find if I understand their point of view, there's something to be learned. I mean, there's not much to be learned with people with the same opinions as me. Anyway, 哪怕是在朋友圈这种半生不熟的社交环境里，一言不合就拉黑的情况也不在少数。Yeah, so I'm saying not few people, or this situation, not few people, or this situation is not rare, where people have the most minuscule disagreement and blacklist their friends. Yeah, it happens. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think I would count it as it's almost like not even a slight disagreement. It's just I wanted to prune back my social media, so I just blacklisted like half the people on my Facebook and so on. And not because I don't like them, disagree with or anything. A bit of privacy thing at a certain point, and it's like, anyway. 他们两人只因一言不合就吵得面红耳赤，看得大家都傻了眼。Okay, so the two people fought over some minor quibble. Yeah, minor quibbles can actually turn into, they tend to escalate. 就吵得面红耳赤。Yeah, 面红, face red, ears red, different shade of red. 看得大家都傻了眼。What is 傻眼? Is this kind of like dumbstruck? It's like, huh? Like that kind of thing? 傻眼. Stunned. He's pining for the fjords. 傻眼. Dumbstruck. So a separable verb. Yeah. 遇到事情要好好商量，不能一言不合就动手。动手 is act， 一言不合就动手。All right. Anyway, you get the idea. A slight disagreement, you're acting upon that, and presumably you will make rash, impulsive decisions. 有意无意 intentionally or otherwise, I guess. 像是有意的，又像是无意的。Yeah, it's ambiguous, isn't it? Semi-deliberate. 看似无意的，可能实际上是有意的。All right, that's interesting. You're playing innocent, but yeah, bit sus. What's going on there, eh? 秒回成了微信社交的低美德，而其中的敷衍却被有意无意的忽略了。Yeah, you're not deliberately ignoring someone, but you really don't care. But hold on, we're 无意, sorry, 有意无意的, sorry, what are we 无意有意的? Yeah, 我无意有意的忽略. So we're semi-deliberately ignoring a slight, like, you're not paying sufficient attention to me. Yeah, that's an issue, isn't it? I find that's an issue with when I talk to people online. It's like, I don't know, it's just online communication, right? Well, I still have this kind of, it's a little bit not real. It's not the same as in real life where you have this real-time communication. It's a different standard, right? 当我们回忆过去的时候，总是有意无意的将其美化。Yeah, you're semi-deliberately beautifying past memories. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, for example, when a loved one passes away, you kind of very deliberately only point out the good things, and like they're human. Humans are human. They're full of like, I don't know, character flaws and things like this. But you kind of let that slide. You kind of beautify their life somewhat. 为了影响竞争对手的判断，他们公司有意无意的释放一些虚假信息。All right, so they're releasing 虚假信息 fake information or phony information online. Why? To influence their rivals, right? So that their competitors are not making correct, well-informed decisions. So they're deliberately spreading misinformation. There's a saying in chess. For chess players, you say, when your opponent is making a mistake, let them. This happens a lot. Like you look at the board, you go, oh, you realize your opponent is trying to do something, but you also realize that if they actually did that, it wouldn't work, and you just let them do that. And often they find that they've wasted like 5 moves, they've made their position worse, and you've just done nothing. Oh, thanks, you won it for me. Yeah, it happens sometimes. This one, they're doing it quite deliberately, yeah. All right. 心照不宣. Yeah, this one is a new one for me. You know what? If it's new, I'm going to color it in. 心照不宣,心照不宣,彼此心里都明白,不用说明. Yeah, it's like, okay, so 不宣 is the 不说明. You don't need to explain. You just kind of understand. Yeah, there's a few people in this world that, I don't know, I just kind of understand. Like maybe my little sister or something. It's just, I don't know. You just kind of understand. I don't know. It just happens. All right. Yeah, you just kind of internally understand. It's just, all right, I get it. But maybe people from the outside would not understand. 虚拟社交扼杀深度关系的建立，已成为心照不宣的事实。All right, so here we're not talking about a kind of unspoken communication. We're talking about it's like almost like an unsaid fact, right? And like everyone knows something is true. It's just, you don't need to point it out. Maybe that's more like it. But 彼此 is mutual between two people. All right, let's look at the other examples. 这件事情我们心照不宣就好了，何必一语道破了？一语道破呢？一语道破。What is 一语道破？一语道破。一语道破。Hit the nail on dispose ones. Lay the bare truth from 一语道破。何必？何必 is used for rhetorical questions. So why do we need to do this, right? The implication is we don't need to do this, right? Rather than yeah, you shouldn't answer this question. Right. So maybe it's a little bit different to what I think. 和李雅的关系如何？ 大家都心照不宣. So everyone understands what their relationship is like. We don't need to say it. All right, so the 彼此 might not be particularly exact. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. Bonk, plunk. Look at this brick we got right here. Pretty worn out. I've had this for something like 5 years now. 心照不宣. 心照. Did we look this up already? I'm not sure. Maybe we already looked this up. 心照不宣. yeah. Do you see it? Yeah. No. 心照不宣. 心照不宣. 彼此心里明白，不必明说出来. All right, there's a 彼此 in here as well, isn't there? All right, what am I supposed to do with that information? All right, I'm going to have to look up. We've had one definition. 心照不宣. 心照不宣. 照. 彼此心里明白，只是不说出来. That's it. It rhymes. Almost like a poem. 彼此心里明白，只是不说出来. Yeah, it's a poem. Okay, I feel like I could turn that into a song. All right. So it's yeah, there's not many examples. Probably fairly rare. 他和她两人心照不宣地看了一眼对方. All right, so they looked at each other and just knew. 女孩们被笑话逗乐了，心照不宣地看着彼此. All right, looks knowingly at each other. 这个人的许多朋友心照不宣的假设，这些都是特殊情况. No, 假设 is not circumstance. Yeah, assumption. Oh, unspoken assumption. Sorry, special circumstance. Sorry, here. No, I was wrong. Unspoken assumption. 心照不宣的假设. An unspoken assumption. Yeah, sometimes you do make unstated assumptions about things. Background assumptions about what people know and things like that. I don't know. This one's still a little tricky, isn't it? All right, how are we going for time? We have 2 pages of exercises. All right, we might as well do them. We have homework. Oh, cover that up. Yeah, we have 填空音. We fill in the blanks. Sorry, I'll put my dictionary in there. All my stuff goes everywhere because I keep moving it around. 大量刷体会什么什么孩子们的学习兴趣. 扼杀. It's going to be 扼杀, right? There I write it in. 体会. What is 体会? 大量刷体会. I'm not sure what 体会 is. I presume it's going to be 扼杀. 经常以关心的名义什么什么的触碰我的感情伤口. I don't know. It's going to be like gentle or something like this, right? 在国外求学的过程中，他经常靠唱歌来什么什么身在异乡的孤独. So usually 减轻 排解 definitely 排解 排解 OK 这款软件能什么什么广告能什么什么广告弹窗和其他网页垃圾OK 减小干扰让你的工作更高效阻止 it should be 阻止 right to block what else could it be 覆盖 cover ads these are ads there's also 弹窗 are those messages that scroll across the screen they don't use it on YouTube but they use it on like Bilibili. There's these comments, and people make sarcastic remarks. If people did it on YouTube, people would put insults on people's YouTube. So it wouldn't quite work on YouTube, would it? Maybe Chinese people are more polite. I don't know. Or maybe it's more heavily censored. I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but why is it not on YouTube? This software can it needs to be a verb meaning something like cover, block, thwart. 阻止 I think 阻止 is most likely, but I don't know. 小说艺术的精髓 This 精髓 is the essence. It looks like a little complicated character. 髓 is 骨髓的髓, the marrow of one's bone. 精髓 is kind of the essence of something. It's very abstract. So the essence of novel, the essence of the art of a novel. I don't know. 就是塑造人物，写小说什么什么，就是写人物，写小说无异于。That's what I would put. Oh no, 就是。So 就是 no, you can't put 无异于 this. 写小说什么什么。哦，等于 no. No, what could it be? It needs to be an adverb. 或多或少 something like that 或多或少 more or less is this I'm not sure 我们都看到了对方但由于太过尴尬于是彼此什么什么什么什么装不认识so this is probably 心照不宣 something like this I'm not sure I'm pretty sure this one is 扼杀大量刷题会 I'm not sure what 刷题会 means oh no 大量刷题 is this like 刷视频 it's like changing topics over and over again or something like this 被扼杀会扼杀孩子们的学习兴趣 Shrati. Oh, no, I do know what this is. This refers to like the mindless grinding of problems. Yeah, I do know this concept. So, for example, if you're doing calculus class, your teacher might give you 100 calculus questions and you just do them one after the other until you've done 100 of them. And you're not getting marks, you're just practicing, right? Shrati. Yeah. 大量刷题. Yeah, I do know this concept. It's just not familiar with me. It doesn't really match my study methods so much. But maybe it should. 大量刷题. Maybe there should be a language learning equivalent of that. All right. 排解扼杀 Yay. Okay. 屏蔽. So 屏蔽 is this one. You're blocking the adverts. 屏蔽. 屏蔽. I always have trouble writing that character. 屏蔽说到底写小说说到底就是这个 Yeah, it needs to be an adverb or function like an adverb. 等等 No, 说到底 Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 说到底 but that doesn't mean it's a problem. Oh, it's not that dull, is it? 我边写汉字边跟你说话，挺难的，对吗？挺难的过程。说到底就是写人物。Yeah, that's not bad. I don't like this. 写小说说 don't like the double 说 but all right. 有意无意。All right, 1 second. All right. Sorry, wait. 有意无意。他经常以关心的名义，有意无意的触碰我的伤口，感情伤口关系。No, I don't think that's 有意无意。But this one has to be this one, right? 心照不宣。于是彼此有意无意 makes no sense. 心照不宣。喧闹，宣布的宣。So this one, it must be 有意无意。有意无意。I'm not sure if you can see that. I need to show you from an angle, but I've set up my phone flash camera to function somewhat satellite-like. It can only look straight down. Yeah. Any wrong? 他经常以关心的名义 I guess if you're going to, in the name of concern, 有意无意的触碰我的感情伤口 Actually, it's now that it's a full sentence, yeah, it's definitely that one. And this one, 于是彼此心照不宣装不认识 Yeah, 都看到了对方 I don't know, it depends on the circumstance, but I don't know. In certain circumstances, it might be not a fantastic time to run into someone. All right, let us continue on with our mission. Okay, so I still want to cover these up because you need to 动脑筋. You don't in real life you don't get this luxury of here are 4 words that it could be. 河南安阳出土了一大批甲骨。The Anyang sounds like it's going to be the name of an archaeology site, right? 上面的文字 so 甲骨 is 甲骨文 so this refers to there's like engravings in things like turtles and whatnot that are from 2,000 plus years ago. The Shang dynasty, right? So it might even be 2,500 or more. No, I mean maybe the Shang dynasty. It's like the earliest proto-writing thing as well. Yeah. 上面的文字只有古文字学家才能理解。掌握 So this is what happens. It's funny because people online will say something like Chinese has 100,000 characters. And yeah, if you go to like Unicode, it does have 100,000 characters. People don't need to know that many. Like even like scientists, no matter what person, no one knows that many. A lot of them are kind of like there was some vase from 1,000 years ago dug up in some archaeological site and it had a character on it, and that character was extracted using materials science methods and stored in a document. However, it was mistranscribed as this for 200 years during a certain time period in Chinese history, etc., etc. Something like this. This is what it's like. when you get to these ridiculously obscure characters. They're research only, and they're not only just for research like in poetry and literature and things. It's like more like material science or archaeology than like literature or anything. Yeah. So only an expert, only a 古文字学家才能认出辨别认出解读也解读。It's obvious in hindsight, but 解读读书的读解读。Oh, actually, I can just circle it. All right. I didn't say it. 我频频 presumably 频频 means regularly or frequently. 我频频向他请教问题，让他产生了什么什么。误以为我对他有意思。错觉 ，yeah. So 对他有意思 means to have a crush on him. Yeah, it's a kind of a roundabout way of saying that, right? So presumably the war, I don't know, war and ta are in the same age bracket. There's a potential romantic relationship here, but I really just wanted his help with problems. But you know, things happen. Yeah, 错觉. But maybe it's 有意无意，无意有意，无意有 no 有意无意，无意 no 有意无意的错觉，或者误导他。I don't know. I kind of like having the attention. You know what I mean? All right. 不知是什么缘故，大家都有意无意的什么什么了他。It could be all sorts of verbs. What could it be off the top of my head? I don't know. 疏远 yeah. 疏远了他 this is to like distance yourself from him. So we don't know for what reason, but people are deliberately and non-deliberately just kind of distancing themselves from them. Yeah, 疏离 is something like evacuate, isn't it? And 疏忽is like neglect or oversight. 生疏 I don't even think it's a verb. 生疏 no, it's a noun, right? Your level of familiarity, if I remember correctly. 生疏 oh no, it's an adjective. 不熟悉 all right, anyway, I'm pretty sure it's that. 什么是 this AI? It just comes up. It just comes up accidentally as I try to close. I don't know. And it starts replying to random things I say. All right. 什么什么已经知道这个问题的正确答案了。明明 you should add 明明 here. 不然怎么会这么胸有成竹呢？胸有成竹 is a 成语. It refers to an artist. I forget which artist. He's an artist who famously painted bamboo, and he became so familiar with bamboo that his chest had mature bamboo. Yeah. So it refers to being highly proficient at something. 明明应该是明明 right? But 俨然 what does 俨然 mean? I've already forgotten what Yanran means. The others don't make sense. Buran, otherwise, it doesn't even fit there. Hongran, honestly, or yeah, this is when you're saying something you don't want to say, but you have to tell the truth kind of thing. Duran, suddenly, it doesn't make sense. Yanran, it's definitely Yanran is the answer, but what's the logic? Did I click the right one? Yeah. Oh, just like. That's right, just like. We did study it, I forgot. Oh, well. Short-term memory. Ultra short-term memory. Reminds me in high school and university, you put things in your ultra short-term memory, and then after the exam, it's like, all right, yeah, I learned that at some point. 那些战地护士非常勇敢，像天使一样，什么什么什么什么之伤员者。Yeah, wartime nurses. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I remember watching them on YouTube once. I don't know, I see all these people on YouTube talk about how brave they are and how willing they are to go to war or something like this. And I sit there and watch a wartime nurse describe her experiences, and I can't watch it. It is just abhorrent. And yeah, I just can't. I can't even listen to her tell that story. And so it's like, yeah, you know, new. Let's watch another video. So whenever I think of going to war, I think of things like that. These absolute worst of the worst kind of horrible, horrible things. All right. So she's like an angel. I suppose it's not gender specific. He could be a nurse who is like an angel. 像天使一样什么什么的。Is it 守护？守护者，相援者，守护。We did that one recently. 守护。Yeah. 维护，维护 is to protect. It's not the same. 维护, like maintain and protect. Yeah, such as equipment. 守卫 is to defend. This is appropriate if you're a soldier. 看守 is to look after something, such as a parent looking after a child, maybe. 残酷的战争吞噬人类的良知。What is 良知？ Good thoughts, good knowledge. 什么什么人类的生命熄灭了。We're talking about war again. I don't know. All right. 剥夺, yeah, deprive people of life. Yeah, 剥夺. Yeah. 争夺 to vie for, you vie for a championship. 抢夺, you're fighting for something, like, I don't know, maybe there's a discount at a shop and you're all struggling to get that discount or something. 剥削, 剥削, this is to peel, isn't it? 剥削, hold on, is there another meaning? 剥削, 剥削. Oh, yeah, there is. Hold on, let me think. There's one there, it's called exploit. Is this also that one? 剥削. Oh, yeah, this one's exploit. But both 剥 and 削 mean peel, right? 剥, peel, and 削, to pare. Oh, okay, not peel, but pare. All right, peel and pare are different, apparently. I don't know. I'm not trying to learn English right now. I'll leave that to you. I'll leave it to my Chinese members of my audience. You can tell me the difference between peel and pear. So peel, you can peel it. No, don't get into it. All right. So apparently I need to respond to this using this, but a lot of these textbooks just require you to transcribe what was already in the text, and I find that a very unsatisfying and pointless task. So I think I should just respond to the question, ignore this. Otherwise it feels very pointless. 当今人们为什么选择朋友圈3天可见，甚至屏蔽朋友圈？哦，OK，说白了就是保持人们的心理状况，right? To maintain a 健康的心理状况，a healthy psychological state. Um, yeah, if you look at it too much, yeah, you just get upset and so on. Maybe I won't write it. 说到底，OK，特克尔如何定义快餐式的虚拟社交关系？ I don't remember. This is one of these comprehensive questions. Steve Kaufman has these videos on YouTube, and he's like, comprehension question. He's not a big fan of the old comprehension questions. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I'm also not a big fan, to be honest. I don't remember precisely what she said. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to go back and find it, but memorizing like lines from the text, I'm not interested in doing. 人们为什么把描绘当作微信社交的第一美德？为什么？比起这个更 they use in the text they use this one to say rather than giving a thoughtful response, the quick response is more important. But that doesn't answer why. It answers, it just is a statement of fact, right? Yeah. I don't know. I understand the question, but I'm not going to answer it. 明确了朋友圈的真相，我们该如何做？在什么什么同时更要 I don't know. I don't care. This is not an enjoyable task, and I don't find it particularly worthwhile. All right, let us continue. 日本传播学者中，中野修子，what? 中野修 Oh, Zhongye is a name. Yeah, some Japanese name. Right? So okay, Nakano, Japanese name. All right, that's why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Presumably, it makes sense to Japanese people. 日本传播学者中野 wait, 中野修 is 修 part of the name? 在1980年曾经提出过 yeah, so 修 has to be part of the name, right? I don't know, what else? 曾经提出过容器人的概念。Yeah. So remember we read the original article. So this is what they're talking about. 中野木中野修 yeah, receptacle people. So the metaphor is that they're like a receptacle or a vessel or a container. Yeah, you're not able to get to what's inside, right? 他指的是在电视等大众媒介环境中成长起来的现代人，他们OK， 他们就像是一个封闭的容器，每次社交都只是容器外壁的碰撞，内心毫无揭开。I don't know. 50年过去了，这种情况愈演愈烈。 在互联网等什么什么社交媒介中，I presume this is 虚拟社交媒介中，成长起来的我们变得什么什么封闭，内在，疏远，could be what else could it be? I'm not sure. 互联网看似方便了人与人之间的社交，却什么什么了彼此间的深度交往。扼杀，扼杀了彼此交往。Yeah, this should be 扼杀。使我们变成了一座孤岛，充斥着无法什么什么的孤独感，充斥的无法接纳、接受、无法经历，something like that。时下的 what is 时下？时下的the current maybe 时下 is that a new? I don't know this word. It's crazy when it's such simple characters. 时下 not in the dictionary. 时 maybe it's in the dictionary if I spell it right. 时下 at present. I kind of inferred it, didn't I? But you know. 时下的社交场合中，我们哪怕面对面坐在一起吃饭，也只有什么什么的客气，加什么什么的交流。Okay, so this is 不冷不热的客气，或者敷衍，不冷不热的客气。也不冷不热，扼杀也 so 也加什么加深的交流那好的 OK, so this is 不冷不热，不冷3点水对吗？冷2点水，不冷不热，不冷不热，不的客气加什么的交流。This one 波兰 was figurative usage. Yeah, all right. 每一次社交都就是容器外壁的碰撞，内心毫无毫波澜。Yeah, all right. There was 0 chance of me using that there. 波澜 Okay, is it here and then here? Like that? Close enough. 就是在互联网等什么什么虚拟 right? 虚拟也就是虚拟。虚拟什么什么我们变得愈加愈加愈加避风 OK 却什么什么了彼此间的深度也扼杀虚拟扼杀第三 one 排解充斥着无法排解的也排解的孤独感也只有不冷不热的客气加什么什么的交流敷衍加敷衍 all right 敷衍 is it there no this is 方 and then 言字 a little tricky isn't it 3点水放在中间敷衍Yeah, I think that's fine. Radio Meladio. So that's the exercises Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm not sure what else to say. All right. There's not too much more I can do in this video, so I think we'll just call it a video for now. The next, so yeah, I've still got some other things I want to do. I want to read it aloud again, and I've got, yeah, I did the same thing last time, but I won't do it in this video. So I use Notebook LM to generate a podcast based on the original article, and I have it ready, but I haven't got all my equipment ready, like headphones and audio ready. But we can do that in the next video. That will take a while because I keep stopping and listening. This is good listening practice. Yeah, to my knowledge, there isn't like an audio associated with this, but okay. All right, we'll get to this next time. Thank you all for watching. Remember to likey and subscribey and to leave a friendly commenty. And I will see you in subsequent videos. Thank you for watching.